everyone, I hope you guys are okay, because it's been a very long time since I've done a video, so I'm probably a bit rusty, a bit rubbish, but I wanted to do just an update video really to kind of bring you up to speed about where I am, what I'm doing, and you know, say hello basically. So gosh, how long has it been since I've done the last video? Easily got to be 3 months. So first and foremost, I'm really sorry about that. I had a job that I picked up, which was a permanent job, and I didn't really want to sort of go back on the agency because work is never like consistent. So it's one of those things where you've got to either pick the high money and the inconsistencies, or a full-time job and not as much money. So I took that on for a little while, and it was great at first. It was, you know, the job itself was fine. It was a bit of a drive. I mean, in terms of mileage, it wasn't really that far, but what it was it took a while to get to work every day, and it was a case of going, rather than sort of my side of the city in Norwich, it was like right around the other side. But it did give me some valuable experience. I'm not there now, and I am currently working for, you probably see my high vis just a little. I'm back working at Fitzmaurice again in Norwich. So I applied for them and they took me on, which is really good. So I'm with them as a Class 1 driver, although you can probably tell I'm not in a Class 1 at the moment. I've been driving the Class 2 I started last week. This is my second week now, and I'm driving the Rigids at the moment, mainly because they'd already booked in the agency driver on Class 1 for last week and this week, because I actually got 2 days off this week, so they wanted a Class 1 driver in all week, which is fair enough. So hopefully I'll be back at the Class 1s next week, and I'd like to try and film a proper vlog for you guys, because it's been a very, very long time, and I'm very grateful to those who have stuck about. And you know, I've tried to kind of post a little update here and there, but honestly, it's just been absolutely crazy. I mean, the job that I had, because I was still new there, it was one of those companies where they had a proper traffic office and that, you know. They were quite big, the company I was with. They had mainly Class 1s. I worked there as a Class 1 driver, and it was just, it just got to a point where I was not very happy, and we decided to move on. But they did have mainly Class 1 Arctics, and they had a lot of trampers, and you know, I mean, the main depot in Norwich only had about 4 or 5 Rigids compared to well over 100 Arctics across the country, across the company, and they used to have 3 or 4 depots. The main one being in Norwich, which is an awful yard to get into and out. It was just so tight in there. I mean, they must have parked about 10-15 Arctics in this yard, and probably twice the amount of trailers. It was just chaos. It really was. They had 6 double-deck trunk trailers in this warehouse, and to look at the warehouse, you wouldn't really expect to have that many trunks in there. Anyway, I digress. Getting off topic. So yeah, it was just a job that, you know, we weren't keen on, so we moved on. And now, like I say, working for Fitzmaurice. I am working as a Class 1 driver, so I'm getting Class 1 money for driving the Class 2s at the moment. But I am going to be driving the Arctics very, very soon, and I do plan on hopefully I plan on doing a video once a week, so get into like a regular thing. The type of work I'll be doing is mainly palletised goods. Well, I think it's all palletised goods actually. There are some, like agricultural ton bags, probably, stuff like that. But it's all like within a pallet space, as opposed to, strapping down loads and stuff. Got me. So yeah, it's relatively straightforward work, to be honest. I mean, the types of places I'll be going to is places like Peterborough, Colchester. I think the agency driver was going to Grimsby today, so that kind of gives you an idea as to how far we go. Now Fitz were actually taken over. Well, they weren't taken over. They were bought out by a chap who runs another company. I'm not going to say too much because it's not really my place to say. But since then, there have been quite a few changes at Fitz. Mainly, and I'll try and get a picture so I can put it on the screen now, or I might have used it as a thumbnail, who knows. I might, well, the livery Fitzmaurice has changed. So rather than being, these Volvos are really not very comfortable at all. The livery is now, rather than being yellow and black, it's now all black with a gold wording and logo. So it looks very, very smart indeed. I actually really like the new stuff, the design and everything. They've got the gold F with the Fitzmaurice and everything. It's yeah, it looks proper nice actually. It's quite professional. It looks pretty slick and cool. But yeah, it looks really nice, and all the new trucks have got the new. And again, the first update video I do in like 3-4 months, and my GoPro says, do you know what? No, I'm going to stop recording. You stop now. You're boring me. So there'll be a little chop. But yeah, the livery is really nice. A lot of the old trucks. Well, some of the old trucks have got the new livery painted. Some of them don't. I think they're working through them sort of, bit by bit. But I'd say probably a good 70% of our motors have now got the new paint job, which is nice. Other changes, it's got some new motors. So I'm in a 71 plate Volvo, which looks identical to an Iveco inside, which is bizarre. I'm assuming they use very similar truck parts or whatever. I don't think Iveco are part of Volvo. I'd be surprised if they were. I'm sure one of you will tell me in the comments, but I don't know. But it is, I mean, like literally the setup, tongue-tied. The setup is identical to a Iveco. One of the Ivecos we got. I don't know why. Literally all the way down to like the heat control knobs and everything. It's new. It's got like that sort of kind of a textured greyish kind of colour. It's a bit boring, if I'm honest, but it's a class 2 and it's an 18 tonner, so it's not exactly going to be a high spec rigid. It's not like we do lots and lots of miles on these. But yeah, it's it's a nice truck. It's not too bad. It drives okay. Really miss an armrest. That drives me mad. I like to have an armrest, and this hasn't got one. I don't care whether it's a 7.5 tonne or a bloody van or an Arctic. Put a bloody armrest in. It's not hard. But it's got a window in the door and got reverse cameras and all that shebang. Side cameras. So yeah, they're not bad little motors. They look nicer from the outside than they are on the inside. So it's got like the Volvo front on it. With the, have you seen the well, they're not off-road, the tough Volvo trucks where they've got sort of like the front bit which is flat at the top where the badge is, and then below that where, I'm not going to have a crash, shut up. That annoys me as well. I think it's going to have a crash, I've got my foot on the brake. Whatever. But yeah, where you've got the Volvo at the front where you've got the badge, and then because obviously you have the top part where the cab is and you've got suspension, and then you've got the lower part of the chassis,
take second exit at roundabout,
which is where all the headlights are. And that sort of like sticks out a little bit. It's hard to explain. So hopefully you'll see a picture, but you know what I mean. So yeah, I mean it looks smart, you know, it looks a bit, it reminds me of one of those, but obviously it's not. And yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of used to not having the cab any narrower than the rest of the body of the truck. I mean, I've been used to driving Arctics for quite a while now. The old DAFs, LF, I think they are, CF, I can't remember. But no, so yeah, that's kind of where we are. Oh, I've moved house as well, so that was another few weeks of chaos. We're still not quite there. Still moved some stuff yesterday. So yeah, it has been pretty busy, if I'm honest, guys. I mean, I know that I've not done any videos or anything, but as I say, I didn't want to record with the old company because I've been with them for very long, and then
in 1 mile,
I was,
take second exit at roundabout.
Deciding what to do, and I didn't really want to start recording or asking for permission to record if I wasn't going to stay, and you know, I didn't want to cause any problems. So obviously, you know, I can't record in the trucks without permission. Of course, at Fitzmaurice, I have permission because I did last time, and now that I'm actually working for Fitz instead of through the agency, I've decided to ask again, naturally, and they're absolutely fine with it, provided it doesn't affect my driving. So, quite happy with that. So yeah, it kind of all worked out in the end, really. And obviously Fitzmaurice is closer for me, home-wise. And also, I mean, like, I get in at 6 o'clock in the morning at Fitz, leave the yard by...
In 500 yards, take second exit at roundabout.
6:30. And then I'm usually back in the yard by 3-4 o'clock. So, my contracted hours are from 6 till 4. Obviously I get an hour's break.
Take second exit at roundabout.
Oh, shush. Why is it every time I do a video you start talking? I did it before as well. I must remember to mute you when I do a video. The trouble is I might get lost then. So yeah, that's kind of where we are. I don't even know how long this video is. But I don't think I've got any other news. Do I have any other news? Oh yeah, it's my birthday next week. I don't know if I'll get a video out before my birthday next week. I'll try. I don't know. Depends. I mean, do you guys really want to see a Class 2 vlog? I mean, there's not a lot to show really. I mean, today I'm going to Peterborough. Where else am I going? St Ives, Peterborough, around that sort of area. Mainly Peterborough. Occasionally we go to, well, occasionally, often we go to Newmarket as well, so I'll go out on the A11 and go that way, and then dart across. But yeah, I mean, most of the places we go to, in this particular truck anyway, is not that interesting, to be fair. I mean, it's mainly places like Waitrose, dropping off, you know, 2 or 3 pallets, collecting their waste. I can't really film inside their yard as such. I mean, I could probably film in the back of the lorry, but not a lot of fun, is it? I don't know. Let me know. I mean, if you want me to do a Class 2 vlog, I can. You know, that doesn't bother me at all. I might do one. Maybe a short one, little sort of 10-20 minutes or something, but I don't know. If you want to see a Class 2 vlog, it's me doing this kind of work for the next few days, then give me a shout. More than happy to do some on-road stuff. Who knows? But anyway, I better go really, because I ain't got much else to say. Plus I'm a bit boring. But the sun's shining and it's an absolutely wonderful day. It's 14 degrees, it's not even that warm yet. 20 past 7 on the 27th of June. So I should get the video out really, otherwise you'll know what date it was and how long it took me to get it
2
out.
miles. Take second exit at roundabout.
Oh well, anyway, you guys take care of yourselves. Thanks for sticking around. I do apologise for the lack of videos once again. And I hope that you'll continue with me for my HGV journey. And if any of you have actually passed recently your HGV, whether it's class 2, class 1, or even 7.5 tonne or something like that, give me a shout and I'll try. What I'd like to do, just before I go, I know I'm talking about something else, is give you guys a bit of a shout out to those who passed. So if you have passed and you want a shout out, send me a private message or a comment, and I'll do my best to make a note of them and give you a shout out in the next video. So leave that with me, and I'll see what I can do for you. Because I always think it's good to recognise people who,
Take second exit at roundabout.
have achieved something. I mean, it's an achievement, isn't it? Getting class, getting any HGV licence is an achievement. I remember both of mine, because it wasn't that long ago. Especially with class 1, I was nervous. You fill in the blanks, but I was nervous. And my pants. Fill in the blanks. Yeah, rhymes. Right, I'm going. I'll see you later.